Hi everyone, and welcome to my seventh week channel. Today I want to discuss something we don't think about enough. Who really controls our food? In class, we explore stakeholder theory and supply chain, which led me to this question. Do we as consumer truly have a choice in what we eat, or is our food system is controlled by a few powerful corporations? So to find out, let's start my channel. So many people think that food market is fair and competitive, but in reality, just four big companies known as ABCDs control most of the global grain trade. These companies set prices, decide how much food is produced, and even influence food aid, giving them a huge power over food availability. According to the Oxfam report in 2012, these four companies control up to 90% of the global grain trade. Further, according to the article published on the Guardian in 2022, while food shortage worsened due to inflation and war, Cargill made 165 billion in profit, showing how a few corporations shaped the market to their advantage. So since these companies also influence government policies and farming subsidies, we have to ask if a handful of corporations control our food, do we as consumers really have a choice? Next, I want to talk about the fertilizers. Fertilizers are crucial for farming, but a few big companies control most of the global supply, causing prices to rise and making food more expensive. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization 2023, just five companies control 85% of the global fertilizer market. Further, the World Bank report states that when fertilizer prices doubled in 2022, many farmers couldn't afford it, which raised food prices worldwide. Further, in 2022, the BBC also found that in Africa and South America, many farmers struggle to buy fertilizers, leading to a lower production and worsened food storage. So this raises an important question. Should a few corporation control such as natural resource, or should government step in to regulate the price? Next, I want to talk about the palm oil, as it is used in half of the product we buy in supermarket, but its production is linked to deforestation, child labor, and land grabbing. Big brands like Unilever, Nestle, and Mondelez says that they use sustainable oils, but investigation shows that much of it comes from the harmful and exploitation resources. According to the WWF, Indonesia and Malaysia produce 86% of the world's palm oil. But CNN report shows that its production is destroying large area of rainforest in Malaysia and Indonesia. Further, in 2016, Amnesty and International also found that children as young as 8 doing hazardous work on palm oil plantation in dangerous condition. So even though companies promise sustainability, many continues buying palm oil that from plantation that is illegally destroying the forest. So this raises an important question. Are we unknowingly supporting deforestation and child labor every time we shop? So, unlike large-scale industrial farming, regenerating agriculture help restore soil, protect wildlife, and reduce pollution. So, according to the article published in NBC News, companies like General Mills are adapting these methods to make farming more sustainable. So, upon looking at their General Mills website, so by 2030, General Mills plans to use regenerative farming on 1 million acre to cut emission and improve food security. Next, I want to talk about the plant-based protein. So plant-based protein and lab-grown meats are changing the way the food is made and using less land, water, and producing fewer emission. So companies like Beyond Meat and Upside Food are working to make these options more affordable and available. So according to the Good Food Institution, um, plant-based reduce emission by up to 90% compared to the beef. So according to the article published in Statista predicts that the plant-based meat market will reach 77 billion by 2025 and nearly double by 2030. So, in conclusion, when I saw this image from the World Economics Forum article, how food choices can clean up the planet and feed the world, it made me realize the important truth. Our food system is at the turning point. So in today's journal, I showed you how big corporation control what we eat and how it affects the sustainability and food security. So we have a choice. Either we continue on a path of exploitation or move toward the regenerative farming and responsible food consumption. The future of food is in our hand. And with that, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.